Hello, I am Mike McNair with the University of Texas at Arlington Research Institute. This past year, we have had the opportunity to engage in a project with smart home technologies, specifically benefiting wounded warriors and those with disabilities. As a part of our effort, we identified quickly that there are some specific factors that are very key in the effort. We identified, first of all, the key stakeholders. We have the person who's going to be moving into the home, the person with the disability, the architects and builders, and then also the special wounded warrior veteran organizations that help provide some of the funding and some of the support to the overall effort. As we proceeded through the effort, we quickly realized that there would need to be changes to the standard architectural process. The need for an enhanced group of stakeholders quickly became apparent. And so we identified that we have not only the architects and the effort with the building itself, the occupant, and in our case, the addition of smart home technologies and advanced technologies into the home. But we also realized that there's a role to play by the government through regulation, licensing and such, the different services, utilities, medical, and also funding sources, specifically with insurance companies or special foundations. Each of those play a significant role in developing the home that someone with disabilities can eventually move into and make use of. As a part of the effort, we realized that it was very important to have a holistic approach then. Engaging all of these stakeholders through a community became very, very important. Some of the key features of our approach, we realized very early on it needed to be multidisciplinary. Engaging people from a variety of backgrounds really made sense to create a home that benefited the veteran. One of the key things we realized is that a person with disabilities uses and learns how to use devices as a part of their physical therapy. Having those devices transfer over into their eventual living situation is very important. Having devices in the home, particularly advanced technology devices, that a person is not used to having tends to lead to those devices not being used. We identified that very early as a part of our interview process with different veterans. As a way of identifying and categorizing these advanced technologies, we identified three categories. Our first category had to deal with products that are off the shelf and ready for use right now. The second had to do with devices that are very near to completion, probably available in the next year or two as a commercial product. The third category is pretty much in research and is looking forward about 3 to 5 years out in the future. We noted some very important observations. Our poster and our paper identify the complete list, but some of the key ones that we identified are these. First of all, there are significant variations and differences between every person and every need. It's very important to address the needs of the person. Make sure that the needs that they have with their family, their caregiver, their disability, actually get addressed in that smart home. We also then realized that there's a side effect to that. At some point, that person may want to sell their house. And just very practically, the additions and the advanced technologies that are built into that home may not be desired by someone else that wants to eventually purchase that home. So there is a trade-off of what's included for the benefit of the person and what's included that not only helps with the resale value of the home, but is useful to the next occupant. We have an increased list here in our paper, but to begin to wrap this up, what we have are some particularly important conclusions. First of all, we wanted to make sure that we promoted the independence of the person. It's very, very important to help that person be the person they want to be. Relying on others, even close family members, for personal hygiene and other things really infringes upon a person's sense of independence. So we really wanted to make sure that the home and the design really promoted that. We also wanted to make sure that the home encouraged healing. It's very important for that person to live in an environment where they feel like they can move forward with their life and feel good about themselves. And then third, we wanted to enhance their quality of life. It's not just sufficient to be able to address the current condition, but we wanted to make sure that that person could continue to grow and continue to heal and get better over time if that were actually possible. We noticed that there were two significant challenges with the overall approach. We realized very early on that having informed stakeholders is very important, but we also realized that there are very few informed stakeholders. The information about what advanced technology is available is sparse and very difficult to get a hold of. So we realized that very quickly on. The second is to make sure that we manage the cost of these smart homes. Having a very specialized home for someone is great, but if they can't afford it, they can't move into it and they can't maintain it. So managing the cost is very important. Enlisting the help of foundations and interested organizations right now is very key. I thank you very much for this opportunity to tell you about our program. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you wish to learn more.